Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Owen here, and I want to talk to you about a device I've been using for the last couple of weeks, and that is the Lightphone 2. This is a very compact, sleek, minimalist approach to the smartphone game. You might want to call it a dumb phone or a smartphone, whichever you prefer. I prefer to call it a smartphone because it is very sophisticated and thought out. A few weeks back, I did use a flip phone to see how I liked it. Used the Go Flip 3 by Alcatel. And the thing is about the flip phone, I think it's a great option if you're trying to kind of tip your toe into this world, but it still does some things that I feel like the point of going to a dumber phone is being more intentional with your time, right? And those phones actually still have access to web browsing and cameras, as terrible as they usually are, and social media and news. And so you still have this kind of opportunity to use these distracting tools on your device in a very poor way. And they actually take way more time than than you would normally spend on your phone just doing basic things. For instance, if you're going to check your social media on a flip phone, it would take minutes longer than it would just to pull out an iPhone and look at it. Now, I get that that could be enough to dissuade people from doing it, but the other part of it is I don't like that now you have this kind of inferior device accessing the web, more susceptible to malware and things like that getting on your device if that's a concern. And then privacy, I feel like that's not even a thought in that conversation. So I think the flip phone is great to kind of get you going if that's what you want to try out. But then this phone takes it a step further. This is, again, the Lightphone 2. And I want to talk to you about what it does well, what it doesn't do that great, and that's maybe some passes. I think that I'm going to be a little bit biased in this video because I've loved mine so much, but I'll try to shoot you straight. I really like the display and the design. It's an e-paper display. So when you launch up the phone, it looks like this. As you can see, that little asterisk above the top of the clock here, that's indicating that I have a notification. So that's either a missed call or a text message. And then to navigate, you can either hit this little home button here to start, or you can use the middle button here on the side, which I believe is a home button. So if you push that button, that'll kind of trigger the tool belt. And if you push it again, it'll go back to that clock view. So I'll push it one more time. And then here is the tool belt. These are the extent of the things that you can do on this device. You can make phone calls, send text messages. You can use a basic alarm. That means you can set one alarm and then that's it. And then you can use podcasts, which you can subscribe to from the dashboard, and then load up music as well. And then it does have a directions tool. We'll get to that. And on the second page, if you scroll, you have your settings and then a calculator as well. Those are it. Those are the things you can do on this device. There is no camera. You can't receive photo messages or video messages. Emojis work sometimes, GIFs obviously not. But if you do get an image sent to you, what it will do is forward that image onto the email address associated with your Lightphone account. So then you can actually pull up the the image. So at the very least, you can pull that up. What it doesn't do is copy and paste. So I've had people send me URLs like, hey, check this out, with no descriptor as to what it is. And it's just the link. And then you can't obviously open it on here. That's okay. But I would love the ability to forward that along, maybe to like a Google Voice number on a computer that you can pull it up, or forward it to your account at least and say, hey, these are unopened links from people that have sent you to your account. So that'd be a cool little feature to add. The music is just music that you load on through the dashboard. Load those up. You just kind of drag and drop, kind of like the old iPod days where you just drag the files on. Sorry about that little notification sound there. Drag the files on the device. Podcasts, a little clunkier because you can go onto the dashboard and everything's very minimalist and clean, and I like it from a design perspective. But when you go to subscribe to a podcast, it doesn't show you if it's the right one. So let's say you wanted to subscribe to a podcast about reading, and let's say the podcast is called Reading 101. I don't know. And you type in Reading 101. Well, if there's any other podcasts that have that naming similarity, you can't click in to see like if there are other episodes or descriptors of the episode, like this is by Bob Saget or whatever, and know what the heck it is. So I don't love that. There's obviously a syncing issue with mine. As you can see, there's duplicate episodes of the same podcast. I don't love that. There is a sync button at the bottom. I don't know why that works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't work. Syncing in general has been kind of spotty for me. For instance, my contacts, when I go to load up the contacts in the dashboard, it just doesn't work great. So I don't love that. I seem to be the only person, from what I could tell, on the support forums on Discord that I haven't seen anyone else with this problem. It's probably just me. Directions. Let's talk about directions for a second, because it does have a directions tool on here. They just released this a few weeks ago. And it does have the ability to do walking, driving, or public transit. I can't speak to public transit at all. I haven't tried that. And walking, I haven't used it for that either, but I have used it for driving. And the driving tool is not, it works. And so if I was in a place I didn't know, I think it would get me by, it would get me around. What it doesn't do is take me the quickest route of where I need to go. I've just noticed that places I know how to get to, it just don't work for me. So I do like the ability to look up an address and know where I'm going, but that's about it. I don't really like the directions tool as it currently sits, but it is a new tool, and I'm sure they're going to improve it down the road. Now, they do not use Google services, and that's actually a plus in my opinion. They're using a group called Here, is the group that provides the maps for this, which means you're not sending any data to Google services, which is fantastic. So there's an element of privacy to this device. Is it perfect? No. In fact, the Light OS is actually layered on top of, or based off of the 8.1 Android system. So you're technically using Android on here. And there's a few forums out there and videos and walkthroughs on how you can kind of access that layer and load other apps on here. If you're really geeky, you can get into that. I'm not going to mess with that. That's not my thing. And I don't think that's the point of this device, but I definitely like the ability to do it, and I think it's cool that they let you do that. So kudos to them. I do like the fact that the community is very easy to connect with on Discord. They seem to be very responsive, so people are always looking to help. I even see Joe, the founder of Lightphone, on the forums responding to people pretty frequently. Every time I've tweeted at them or wrote them a message, they've responded promptly, and so that's great. Right now there is a supply and demand issue, so if you go on their website, it is all sold out. So you might be able to find one secondhand on eBay or something, but it seems like people are kind of pricing, they're a little bit higher priced right now because of that. But normally you can purchase this on their website for $299 US, and then you can get a nice little case with it for another $30. Really nice. I'd recommend the case if you can get one. So who is this for? This is for people out there like me that want to be more intentional with their time, want to take a more sophisticated approach to the smartphone use. You will get some head turns. People will judge you for using this. And that's okay, because who cares what people think, right? You do you. Is this for you? I don't know. It's definitely for me. I loved it. I'm going on over a month now of using a dumb phone, and about 2 weeks now with using the Lightphone. I'm going to keep it around. I still do have a smartphone that I've been trying to sell, and it's sold on eBay once, and the buyer still hasn't paid. So send me the money, dude. So maybe that's the universe or the Lord's way of telling me just to hold on to it for right now. So maybe I'll keep it in my drawer for a little bit longer. But yeah, this phone might be for you. It might not be. Let me know if you have any questions about this device, or if you are a Lightphone user. Hey, I'd love to connect. So drop a comment and say what's up. If you have any questions, again, let me know. Have a great day. I love you. I'll see you next time.